Right, Form 5, second video on this Sunday, looking at paper two. There'll be three today. This one is looking at questions on paper two that could be related to weather. It will be after the map section. You don't know what you're going to get. You need to revise, but you can score points just by thinking a little bit, okay? And that's the point of these videos. They're showing you how to approach, okay? Right, now I've put again a question, I think from 2022 or 2023, that there's photos where you need to describe what's going on. In this situation, the photos, as you can see, there's one photo here of a sky, and there's a second question here, same location of the sky at different times of the day. The second one is at 4 o'clock, and the first one is, I believe, at 8 o'clock in the morning. The question, so already you know we're looking at clouds. We're looking at clouds and weather before they even seen the question. I saw the pictures for the question. I knew where it was probably going. Okay. Now, describe how the clouds changed between 8 a.m., picture one, and 4 p.m., picture two. Now, if you have revised and understand your subject, you can know that we can measure cloud cover with octas. Okay. So we can see here, I'm going to guess this, but it's just like percentages, percentage of cloud cover. Looking at this picture without going into any great detail, to me that looks like about 20%, 20% cloud cover. Okay. The second one, well, nearly 100%, but we'll look at the octas in a minute, okay? But regardless of the octas, here we can see that, they're cumulus clouds. There's a few cumulus clouds. It's quite clear, it's quite bright, okay? This one, we're moving into cumulonimbus. They look more like rain clouds. It's darker. The clouds are heavier. They're thicker. Okay, here they're clear and light. There's some clear sky. Okay, all we're doing is describing. We're describing how they've changed. So be careful. So you can't just describe one and the other. It's got to be like in picture one, 8 a.m., there's less cloud cover. Um, they're lighter cumulus clouds. They're white. Okay, you can see lots of the sky. As we're at 4 o'clock, the clouds have become thicker. They've become heavier. They've become more like cumulonimbus. Okay, and then if you know octas, you can say that the octa has gone up from this to this. Just those things will get you the points. But again, the key here is that you are describing, okay? The octas is the cherry on the cake there. If you can describe what octa rating that roughly is as to as opposed to what that is, okay? But things like heavier, bigger clouds, darker, much more percentage of the sky is covered in clouds, up to 100%. And if you can say from cumulus here to like cumulus nimbus, a rain cloud there, you will probably get the 4 points for that question, okay? Because you're just describing. If you know your geography and you talk about octas and cumulonimbus, then you're going to get all the points, okay? If you haven't done the revision, you can still get two or three. Now, it goes further. Looking at suggest how the weather changed between 8 and 4 at the location shown in figure 3.1 and 3.2 for the weather feature shown below. So it's given us four elements. We know there's seven elements of weather and how we measure them, what they show. It's given us four: temperature, sunlight, precipitation, humidity. What has happened to each of those? What one temperature? From there to there. Okay. Well, that one's a bit hard because it can get warmer in the afternoons, and that can actually cause this kind of cloud through convection. But I think what they're saying here is it's probably getting more sunlight here. It's warmer. This looks warmer, more sunlight, more solar radiation's getting through. This could be, this could inhibit that and it could get cooler. Okay. The temperature could drop. You could see the temperature dropping. From here, the temperature's probably higher. From here, it's lower. So let's think about that. Okay. Let's think the temperature's probably dropping between 8 and 4 because of heavy increased cloud cover. Sunlight, well, that's an easy one. Clearly, there is a lot more sunlight available at 8 a.m. and it's much darker because the clouds are stopping that at 4 p.m. Very easy, that one. Precipitation, well, again, that's an easy one. It doesn't appear to be raining in either photo, but clearly there is no chance of rain at 8 a.m. and there's probably, I mean, it might be raining in the bottom left hand, right hand corner there, that precipitation will be increasing, okay? Because they're rain clouds. You can tell they're rising, they're getting dark. We're going from cumulus to cumulonimbus. There's going to be increased precipitation. In fact, it might be on the bottom of the picture, there might be rain at the back there, okay? So rain's certainly going up. And the last one, humidity. Well, humidity is water vapor in the atmosphere. It's a bit hazy in this one, but the humidity doesn't seem to be that high. Here, with these extra cloud cover, maybe caused by convection, it's going to get more humid, isn't it? Okay, so let's just check that. Okay, so for the first one, so increased cloud cover. Well, yeah, we know that. That's the easy description. Now, this one is between 2 to 3 octaves. And don't forget that's based on like kind of like fractions. Okay. 20%, 30%, 2 to 3 octaves. I think octaves is out of 8. And then this one, 7 to 8 octaves. It's like fractions. So 7 out of 8 fractions, or 8 out of 8, which is 100% cover there. Okay, here it's only 20 to 30%, which is 2 to 3 octaves out of 8. Okay, so that would get you the points for that. Becomes darker, grayer. Very easy descriptions. Become larger, bigger. Become denser, thicker, heavier. Become higher, taller. And the geographical term is cumulus to cumulonimbus. Guys, really easy points there. And the next one, indeed, the temperature did decrease. The sunlight decreased because the clouds blocked it. Precipitation increased because they're rain clouds, and humidity increased because clouds are ultimately water vapor in the atmosphere. And if that rain was caused by convection, which it might well be at 4 o'clock, then of course the humidity is going to go up. Okay, so there's an insight into the type of question you could get related to weather. Okay, 60%, 70% of it is doable without a huge amount of geographical knowledge if you know how to proceed with these questions. We've got one more comparative picture question coming up looking at industry. Okay, so we're going to leave that one now. Okay.